Welcome to part 2 of my Bug Fables medals tier list. In the interest of time, not like it took me 3 months to get this next part out to you all, we're going to jump straight into talking about the quests in and after chapter 3, but not quite chapter 4. So the first one is Theater Helped Wanted. To complete this quest, simply participate in the play hosted by the Ant Kingdom's Aria and Eminem. No, I don't know why he sounds so similar to a chocolate flavored candy, but it ultimately is not my call to make. Anyways, you must survive in a gauntlet of enemy fights. The first fight is a numbmill and an acornling, the second fight is a bandit and a thief, and the last fight is with a burglar. Something special to note is that your HP and TP are restored to max after every fight, and so you can go nuts with these enemies so long as you take care of your items. The thugs can also steal your items and hightail it out of the theater, so be sure to block well or flip them off if need be. The burglar also has double HP and can summon allies to help in battle, so try to be swift about taking him out. Sometimes the thugs summoned have half the HP they normally do, but their attack power is as high as ever. Take care of your items and spring to rescue Princess Chubby. Now, I would argue that this quest has a decent payout, but there are faster methods available to grind berries in the desert, and your items will also be consistently kept safe. It's good for grinding exploration points, but that's about the only thing of value you'll find here, so I'd call it situational at best. Up next is an old favorite, Levi's quest, Requesting Assistance. Accepting this quest unlocks a mini-boss you can battle, Monsieur Scarlet. Monsieur, I don't know how to pronounce it anymore. He's rather difficult when challenged immediately and has a variety of attacks that can steal your HP and add it to his own. Kinda like... Despite the challenge presented, this fight is realistically possible basically anytime you want, provided you have the defense to block the damage you can dish out, or you have the necessary skills to protect yourself from damage. Be aware though that the skills to grant you the best possible chance of victory are only available after you progress through chapter 3. Bubble Shield Light is excellent here, and so are other tools like Shock Trooper from the Honey Factory. That being said, the reward for beating Scarlet cannot be understated. Gaining access to the Underground Tavern can only be accomplished through this defeat. And with that brings the usefulness crystal berries that are burning a hole in your pocket, in addition to bounty rewards for some particularly rare medals, and the good old game of spy cards, which we'll be talking about later in this video. There's much more to meet CI with this one. It's not the easiest quest of all time, but there's a ton of value here. And trust me, you would be very wise to deal with this quest as quickly as possible. One down on the menu is Crisbee's I Wanna Get Better. This quest is part of multiple to get a greater reward down the road. To complete Crisbee's quest in particular involves bringing him ingredients to cook with. First involves a spud. Dangerous buds work fine and can be scavenged from underlings or purchased from the discreet place of Defiant Root from Zix Emporium. This results in receiving yam bread, which on its own is strictly inferior to leaf omelets as the former only heals 8 HP and the latter heals 9. However, next Crisbee will ask for a succulent berry. You can find them in the lot stands through cutting bushes, or from buying them from the traveling caravan who sells them for 10 berries or pop. When given to Crisbee, they result in a succulent platter. If nothing else, it's pretty unique as it restores gradual HP to your whole party, which does have certain advantages before you can access V's sharing stash. But then you have the forbidden recipe, where Crisbee will ask of a spicy bomb and a bomb of honey. The former can be formed through cooking a hard seed, which can be bought cheaply from Golden Settlement, and a spicy berry, available both in Defiant Root for a slightly inflated price or the Ant Kingdom. A bomb of honey can be made by cooking 2 honey drops together. However, why be wasteful? If you cook a honey drop twice, it'll do the trick just fine. Yeah, glazed honey on its own can become a bomb of honey. Give these 2 items to Crisbee and it'll trigger a battle of 2 Obama honey to fight. As far as enemies go, they're similar to underlings as they burrow after being attacked. Be swift or they'll explode, and trust me, you will not like the damage resulting from that. Not only does it hurt a lot, but the honey does not even restore TP. It just hurts. It really hurts a lot. Your reward will be an abomination in addition to the legendary Crisbee Donut, an item that restores 12 TP when consumed. These will likely be your best TP restoring items for a while, and they can be made very cheaply. All in all, I wouldn't say the rewards are typically worth it, but it's an easy enough quest to do, and what it enables later on will make it very well worth the trouble. Inversely, Cut has the quest My Specialty. All you need to do for this quest is bring a single Tangy Berry to cut, and your reward is a Tangy Carpaccio, as well as the ability to make these whenever you want as long as you have Tangy Berries to give. These items restore a whopping 12 HP to your whole party. They are superb for healing, but the rarity of Tangy Berries can be pretty unfortunate. As early as this quest is available, you'll want to take some time to hunt for golden seedlings if you want to immediately complete it. Fortunately, there are plenty of options available to take them down, which you can check out in an unrelated video I made after this one ends if you really need the help. For this quest though, honestly, I see it as top tier purely because of how much experience I have hunting golden ceilings. But as far as y'all should be concerned, it's pretty hard. Next up, Fry's quest, The Smiling Dish. So, you know that crispy donut you got from Crisbee and that tangy carpaccio you got from Cut? Well, bring those both to Fry to receive a Queen's Dinner, one of the strongest healing items in the game. It restores the most HP out of any item and a hearty 15 TP while healing status elements. Because this quest becomes available after helping Cut and Crisbee, you're able to immediately complete it once it's available, provided you did not already use your items separately. So really, it's an easy top tier pick, right? Well yeah, not much else to this one at all. And shortly after, Aria requests her up with her quest, Team Snakemouth, ellipsis. So you know that Queen's Dinner you got from Fry as a result from the crispy donut you got from Crisbee and the tangy carpaccio you got from Cut? Well, you're gonna need to give it the Venus who will enjoy it with you for a picnic. Though despite the idea of a picnic with the goddess, your HP and TP will not be restored after this quest. What a cheapskate. But she will discount her healing from 8 berries to 5 whenever you encounter Venus Buds, which is at least something. And Aria even gives you a medal free of charge, Prayer. With it equipped, the equipper will be able to do nothing for the turn and restore 2 HP in the process. All around very strong, and since by now you have access to everything you need to complete this quest, yeah, go figure it's top tier. The following quest is Vivi's I Want a Souvenir, ellipsis. All you need to do here is purchase a bee hat from the Bee Kingdom Hive and deliver it to her. It'll cost you 40 berries, while the reward number resistance can be bought from Mariah for a measly 30. A little pricey, but berries aren't much of a worry as long as you have in mind ways to grind quickly. And it may still be worth it if you really need to make sure you're immune to paralysis. Unfortunately, the availability of Shock Trooper does a lot to hinder this medal's viability. I'd say it's easy but situational. With Chapter 3 completed, we still have a few more quests to go. Now it's Madeleine's quest, Butler Missing. With your newfound Bubble Shield skill, you travel across some spice to rescue Sep in the Golden Hills and bring him back to Madeleine. Your true reward, however, will not come into fruition until Chapter 5. But that's a future quest. This quest gives you a lore book. Yay! So, let's talk about the Spy Cards quest, Card Mattress of Aria. After unlocking the Underground Tavern, you can beat Carmina, who you can duel in a game called Spy Cards. If you can beat her in a match, she'll give you a blank card to challenge the 4 card matches of Aria. I'm talking about this quest only now because you're only able to complete this quest after you complete Chapter 3. The card masters include Chuck, who can be found in Bagaria outskirts, nearby the gate blocking Snakemouth Den, Ari, who's in Golden Settlement when you turn right from entering the area, Shay, who's in Defiant Root in front of the Discreet Place, and Crow, HP's assistant, but you can only challenge after the Honey Factory has been cleared. There's a lot to unpack from Spy Cards, and I can't go over all the details here, but I have a video explaining Spy Cards in as much depth as I believe I can, so feel free to check it out later after this video if you need a crash course. The reward for completing this quest is a discount to the ferry from Metal Island, and the right to compete in the tournament in which, in addition to a crystal berry for your first win, offers a net gain of 125 berries. Since doing this as soon as possible takes a fair bit of luck, and takes a good while before you can complete the quest for when you can start making progress on it, I feel it's only right to call this quest good to do as soon as possible, but tricky to complete to the full. Second to last for this video is the Bee Kingdom's Power Plant Investigation. To make this quest appear, you need to first interact with Queen Bianca after completing Chapter 3. Accepting this quest unlocks a boss battle that can be challenged in the Golden Settlement, the boss in question being Broodmother. She has a hefty amount of HP for as early as she can be challenged, and specializes in electric attacks that can numb you in contact. Her rams and ability to summon midgets to help her fight can also cause a lot of trouble if you're not properly prepared. Despite these attributes, however, I strongly suggest, no, I insist on completing this quest as soon as possible. None of her midget's attacks can strike your whole party in one hit, so Kabu's taunt is super effective here. And since Shock Trooper is available now that you completed Chapter 3, you can easily win this fight with minimal to zero damage taken if you know how to effectively use the tools available to you. And the reward for defeating Broodmother is a respectable 40 berries, early access to the Far Grasslands western side, potentially leading to another quest of interest, and the hardware reward, Miracle Matter. This is one of the most powerful medals in the game, reviving a fallen bug with it equipped in 2 turns. They may only have 2 HP upon revival, but it isn't hard to see how abusable this can be if you have good defense on the others. And if you couldn't already tell, this is one of the absolute best quests in the game. And finally, we arrive at V's request. V's been plagued with guilt over a fight with her sister and wants to make amends. To do so, she helps Joan by searching for red paint and proving her remorse to her. Doing this involves a lengthy trading quest, taking you from Golden Settlement to Defiant Root to the Ant Kingdom to Metal Island, and all the way back in reverse to finally see Joan and V forgive each other and rewards you with the skill sharing stash. The skill is pretty good, immediately restoring 2 HP to your party, in addition to gradually healing 2 HP per turn for 2 turns after. It also heals poison status, which can be rather double-edged, but it's a fantastic move to restore HP, and it turns V into a fantastic cleric. Getting the skill right away though, it costs 90 berries at the cheapest just to reach Metal Island. Safe to say that's a steep price. And imagine if you didn't do the Spy Guards quest first too, where then the ferry will cost you 300 berries. Yeah, not cheap. So I'd have to call this quest a good one to complete, but not a must complete by any means, as much as I regret to say it. So you gotta admit, seeing sisterly love is something truly beautiful. And that's it! That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.